Greetings and welcome, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started here. Hi, my name is Brendan, as you can see below me, and this here channel is DevChatter, and we are on like our 124th episode or something like that. It's pretty nice. What is today? Monday? Today's Monday, I think. And you guys have probably realized that there's something different about the stream. I'm not standing in front of Visual Studio. We're in the space station temporarily, and there is another human being here on the stream. I think he has a name. I believe that it's David Paquette, but if I mispronounce that, he's going to laugh at me and correct me in a moment when I let him tell you about himself. Go ahead.
That was exactly right, actually. Good job, Brendan. Or Brendan.
Brendan. Yeah. Uh-huh. Hey, I got it right, man. That's like success right there.
Right on. So happy to be here. Looking forward to writing some code with you.
You didn't tell us anything about you. I got your name right, but you
about
didn't
me.
tell me.
That's right, yeah.
Who are you?
So my name's David. I am a .NET developer, I guess. Been working in the .NET space mostly for the last really long time in lots of different industries, and kind of consider myself a full stack or generalist kind of web developer. So I've been working right from the database to those middle tiers and into the front end with JavaScript or TypeScript. And that's kind of the role I play on a day-to-day basis.
Sounds good. You do any other stuff on the internet?
I do, yeah. So I am 1/3 of the ASP.NET monsters. Myself, James Chambers, and Simon Timms. We do semi-regular recordings on anything ASP.NET related, and you can find us over on YouTube or at aspnetmonsters.com.
Awesome. Hey everybody, glad to see people showing up in chat there. Okay, I'm going to pull us out of the space station. We're going to get started. So we are already set up in Visual Studio. We have VS Live Share running. And developers. Hey, that would be Random Skunk, which includes Brian. Greetings, welcome everyone. Hey, we're going to be doing some coding here. We're in Visual Studio as well. So if you just finished watching some C# code with Brian, welcome over here also. Was the developers really loud? If it was, sorry about that. Let me do that real fast. I'm gonna turn off the alert sounds just in case that was loud. Cool. I'm enthusiastic. Oh, sorry guys. I didn't mean to be loud and excited. Hang on, I'll be more boring.
Right, I can do the boring part, and we can kind of balance out that way.
Start without debugging. Oh, okay. Thanks, Lazarus. I'm gonna start the bot. I just realized the bot was. I tried to shout out Random Skunk when he showed up. It didn't work because I didn't actually start the bot. So we're going to go ahead and start this program, and then we can go write some stuff in it. So there we go. Our website is running, which means the bot is running. So there we go. Stuff is working. Hooray. Let me click these. Oh, that's not going yet. Not loud. You yayed sarcastically. Oh, no, I didn't. Yay. Yay. I can't say yay. Okay, so here's the thing I was planning on working on today. So, David, you are an expert in the ASP.NET. Well, this is an ASP.NET core website that we've got running here. We are running as a hosted service and have connected to the Twitch libraries using the Twitch API using the Twitch lib NuGet package. And we have this cool voting stuff. So let me go ahead and type in chat here. Vote new. What do we? ASP.NET and classic and ASP.NET core. Wait, is it classic? Yeah, classic ASP. There we go. So we're going to have a vote. Oh, I don't have my thing turned on. I apologize, everybody. There's no vote. I guess you can vote without a visual. Clearly, everyone's going to vote for ASP.NET Core. So
No
here's
classic
the idea.
ASP. Disappointed.
What? Didn't I say classic ASP?
No, nobody's voting for it though.
Oh, well, who's going to vote? Are you going to vote for it? You can vote for it. You're in the... Aren't you in the chat? Did you know
I
you're
am in
in
the chat.
Yeah, vote for classic ASP then. And Wheatlaw won't vote because Wheatlaw doesn't like any of them. So we're not seeing the vote totals because I didn't have it running when it started, and it will only run that if you start a vote that way. But it is reporting back who votes and what they voted for up on our visual on the screen here. But what I want to change is I was going to suggest we do this. End vote after specified time. Does that sound like something we can do?
Sure.
Should be easy enough. In that case, I'm going to toss the on-stream label so people know to back off and let me do it. There we go. It's like we're doing it on stream. So vote command. Wait, was that your Windows sound or mine? That was mine. Probably did something weird. Are you in here? Are you in this file? Click a cursor in here so I can see where you are.
I am not in that file. I'm just looking for it right now.
Updated context. Okay, cool.
Vote command, you said?
Yeah. You can. Do you know how to anchor to me?
No,
up in
how
the
do I
top
do that?
right, just you see how you got letters for me? Just click on me, and then you can unclick on me also. So notice you can like select my letters.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, and that'll jump to wherever I am. So if you ever want to get to the same file I'm in, just click that. So
Perfect.
Go open any file, David, and I'll show everybody what's going on. Yeah, see, he's here now. So this is how VS Live Share works. So yeah, just open up some other file somewhere, and
Okay.
I can fix your thing. There you go. Are you in another file?
I am.
There you go. You're not. Is it really not going to take me to the other file? Where you are? Click your cursor in it.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Huh? It should.
But it won't let me type, so that doesn't seem
Yeah.
quite right.
Yeah, I'm not sure you're really there because it still shows your cursor right here for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Try
there's your
that
cursor
again.
moving around.
See, I go to another file, but I can't edit that file.
Which file are you in?
I'm in vote info DTO.
Oh, that should totally work.
Yeah. That's kind of weird.
Yeah. Wow. All right, so preview code. Yeah, it's Visual Studio. It's supposed to be broken. Yeah, there you go. So I can follow, like, I think it's following you around here. If you scroll down in this file, it follows, right? Yeah. That was your scroll, not mine. So it really is following his cursor, but I can't even open those other files. Well, we might have to restart Visual Studio. So, yeah. About jumping back to the discussion screen while we fix this. There you go. I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Can I open these other files now? No.
That's
Wow,
pretty
go
weird.
live share. That's pretty awesome.
Preview for a reason, I guess.
I know, right? Yeah, when you opened up the app data context file, I heard that little Windows sound, and it was like a weird message popped up, and I was like, oh, that's weird, and I was just like, okay, whatever, just probably a stupid error related to the preview thing, like, continue on. Nope. That was pretty good. That reminds me, I should drop a marker there, shouldn't I? How do I drop a marker on here? Marker.
So it's the first time I've actually tried live share in Visual Studio. Every other time I've done it in Visual Studio Code.
Oh, yeah, I've done both. They work pretty well. I think the principle's the same. I think,
Yeah. And you can mix and match. Like one person can be on Visual Studio, the host, and
yeah.
And you can join in code, for example.
Yep. The thing I love about it is that it's not actually C# specific, which is really neat. So for like, collaborating with, people that aren't just, us, like the C# ASP.NET developers, it's really cool that you can do that. I'm going to send you the new link.
Yeah, when I was using it at work, it was with Simon on a Node.js project.
Oh, fun stuff. Yeah. You in?
It's just loading, establishing connection.
Sounds good. Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know, to make VS Live Share work, all I had to do was send him a sharing link. Wait, are you in?
It is configuring collaboration services.
Okay. It popped up a thing saying you were joining. So.
It's almost there.
Switch back to the coding screen.
Okay, I'm
that's
joined.
awesome, Zoltralord. What were you and Bill working on? All right, so open up a file somewhere. I opened up VoteInfo.dto.
Oh, there we go. It followed you, so
okay,
that worked.
Cool. All right, we'll call that good then.
Yeah.
We can sort of follow each other around. So restart. Oh, you're working on Roslyn with Bill? Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. He's still really into the development scene, so I can understand that. You know, he's like screw curing the world of all kinds of diseases and stuff like that. You know, he's like, let's make C# devs' lives better. Okay, so here's what we want to do. Let's take a look at this code, which is this here. So right now, the way our voting system works is we use the vote command, and we say like vote new something or other. Now I think I have a vote running, right? No, I restarted the bot. Derp. Let's go ahead and start this. And then we should be able to run a vote. Let me refresh the overlay so you guys actually get to see it this time. Okay. So now we're going to vote for classic ASP ASP.NET and ASP.NET ASP.NET Core. Classic ASP, there we go. So now we actually do have all three choices available to us, and that color is impossible to see with that white in front of it there. It looks a little weird, but now you can vote. And everyone's going to vote for 3 because it is clearly the best option. And Gaming for Cancer UK, welcome, thanks for following. Okay, so that's our voting. Obviously, yeah, okay, there we go. Someone voted for Classic ASP, so thank you.
There we go.
There we go. We needed someone to do that, and I'll do this just for the sake of helping out there for colors. So this is our voting piece. Now, I, as the streamer, the guy running the bot, in order to make this work, I now need to say vote end in order to end this vote.
I see.
Right? And ASP.NET Core wins. So the problem is sometimes I might just want to put it up and just, fire and forget or have it end at some specified time, and, that would be nice. So what we want to do is we want to make it so that I can say vote new red blue or something like that does what we do right now. But then if I specify an end time once that vote is going, that's going to say, end the vote in 2 minutes. So if I do this, for example, and I say vote red blue, I should then be able to follow it with a vote end like this, and it'll figure out, oh, I'm supposed to end in 2 minutes. Does that make sense?
Yep. Sounds easy enough.
Because right now we have, vote end ends it right now. But this is special case. I don't want to end it yet. So when it finds exclamation point vote, it automatically brings us in here. I think I borked the vote by confusing it with that end. I think it ended, but I don't think it fully ended. It's what it looks like happened. Let's find out. Okay. End vote operation. What's going on in here? So we look for any of these words: stop, end, count, complete, finish, fin, any of those will end the vote.
Got it.
And down here, when we run this, we say, is there an active vote? And then you are a mod, so we can stop it, and then it just does end voting. So this is where we want to change. We want to say something like, if time specified, call this on a delay. Which, really, now that I think about it, not specifying a time is kind of like calling it on a delay of 0, right?
Yeah.
Almost is. I don't think we're actually going to do it that way, but it is. So if you wanted to do the like real consistency of only doing this one way, that would be how you'd probably do it. All right. So, what do we want to do with this? Do we have tests for this? And how easily will this get tested, I wonder? Where's voting? Core bot modules. Whoops. That's why it wasn't in there. Oh, dueling modules. Nope, I do not have any tests for this code. Good job, Brendan.
Well, we at least know we won't have any failing tests when we change this.
This is true. Won't be any failing tests when we change this at all. It'll be totally safe. Let's do end vote operation. Let's see how that actually works for you. I'm assuming you can open up this file and see it? Cool.
Yes. Yeah.
I see you in here, so... do you want to write us our first test, or do you want me to?
You can get us started, and I'll jump in here shortly.
Sounds good. What do you want me to test here on this?
Well, that's a good question. What state does that change on the voting system when we end?
You follow you around.
So end vote.
Looks like... So right
you get
now
the results of a vote.
Yep. Grabs the result, it resets the state, it looks like, back to no vote happening. Yep, so clears out all the votes choices. Yep.
So that would be a good first thing to test, I suppose, is that his vote active gets set to
Although
false.
now that I think about it, that could just be based on whether or not we have choices.
Yeah,
that could be calculated.
Yeah.
Instead of being an actual field there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks that way.
What about a timer that starts after the last vote to make sure that someone who wants to vote gets a chance? Zoltra. So I think it's whether or not you have a timer. So if you have a time limit, you'd do that. But yeah, we could, have a timer that was restarting as you went. I think we would, if we were going to do that, we'd probably specify a separate version for that. So I like the feature idea. Feel free to toss that in as an issue on GitHub. So, okay, cool. So let's say is vote active gets set once we, it turns off after we end it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Should set is vote active to false. Given vote ended. This is really given like valid and allowed to do that sort of thing. So let's make a new end vote operation. What does this need? A voting system.
Voting display notification.
That I hope we can mock. And if we can't, we're going to have to make sure we can mock it. So that's voting system. Yay, we can. That better have actually been so far. There we go. Oh, the voting system. What? Oh, derp. I didn't dot object it. Yep, thank you. I'm like, what? In my brain, I was like, wait a minute. Did it not do, like, did we take in the concrete instead of the interface? And yeah, good call.
All good. Okay. Is there any setup we need to do on this guy?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think we just call its try to execute.
What does that expect?
We need to pass in. Yeah, I'm not seeing the IntelliSense when you do that. Are you getting it at least?
I am, but then I get a tooltip over top of it so that I can't see it. So.
That's awesome.
A command received event args.
Okay, so let's make one. New command received event args. And what do we want to pass into this thing? Well, let's use an object initializer. So we need a new list of arguments. We know the first argument in this is going to be end, right?
Yes, that sounds right.
And the only thing right now that this is actually using is the operation. So I'm going to pull this into a method. Get test operation. And if we need to pull it back out of there, we can. Oh, wanted the event args because we pass it in there. I shouldn't have created that in there. This should be a 2 value return. We'll tuple this. Instead of using an out. Return that and this. Is that good? And then up here we need to get rid of that out keyword. Pull this out to here. And we need to shrink these names. So that's, congratulations, you're now args. And you are operation.
All right. Nice and generic.
And I am going to be a jerk and do this.
Works for me. Less code to read.
Yeah. The types were a little long, so.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what if the vote was for a new scheduled time? Okay, cool.
Vote on it.
Yeah.
So this guy looks like our end vote operation. It's gonna expect that a vote is active here for what we're trying to test right now.
Hang on. So we need to do this. Voting system dot is vote active should be false.
Yeah.
But let's do this. Since we're testing ending, this should always be true.
Yes.
So we're going to set it to true, make sure it got set to false.
Looks good.
That looks right.
Yep.
I will try
You have
running this.
You have some permission checks in there, so this probably won't work just yet.
Yeah. We're going to have something fail, but let's see where it fails.
Mm-hmm.
That's always the fun. Make sure it fails in the right way.
Yeah, I'm always leery of when I write a test and it comes back green the first time.
Oh yeah, no, that's almost always a problem.
That's supposed to happen.
Expected that to be false, but found true. Cool. That sounds correct.
It does.
It probably didn't. We probably returned on this.
I think this guy here.
Oh, yeah. We got past that one, and we returned this. You're right.
Yeah.
So we need to send in the chat user. So...
Yeah. You probably have some code to mock those out easily, I would think. What does chat user look like?
I'm going to send in chat user equals null for now.
Okay.
And obviously, because I want to... I know that we're going to do a test where we want to do the other path, where we don't have that chat user. So the default one's the correct mod, and then in one of the tests, we'll send one that isn't. Right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So chat... what? Oh, whoops, I didn't... we don't need to send it on that one, do we? So we're going to put that guy down here. So just cut that. Yeah, cut it and bring it down here.
You're not just assigning it whatever was passed in here?
Well, I mean, I am going to, or
okay.
It's going to be null or that guy, right?
Gotcha. So we want to set the role, I think it was. I lost my IntelliSense.
Luckily, I don't work for Microsoft, so I don't care if their product messes up and looks bad. Dynamic var. Yeah, we're just going to use dynamic all over the place.
I need to go look at what this is expecting, a user role.
User role, and we'll say mod.
Which is an enum. There we go.
Yep, just a standard enum. And we want to say chat user or new chat user. Null coalesce it. So if it's null, new one.
Yep, now I see where you were getting at with that. So.
Yeah, because now we can set it if we need to, and if we don't, we get a default.
Yeah. So this should, I think, pass now.
The var. I think so too. I think it'll work. Nope. Sequence contains no elements. Derp.
Ruh-roh.
Line 72, what did we do? We tried to count the actual votes, and we found no
sure,
data.
Yeah. Our voting system isn't in a good state yet.
Yeah.
So instead of just setting is vote active, I suspect we should have maybe started a vote.
Yeah, we should have actually started a vote. So let's do that instead. Good suggestion. Don't be a cheater. I was cheating. Whoops.
We're going to make that is active a calculated field anyway, so.
It's a good idea. Start vote.
That just needs some string arguments.
What do we want for these? We want to say A, B, and C. And let's apply a vote. Choice A. Do I have a fake chat client already? I should, right? I don't have a fake chat client. Alright, it's going to be a new mock then. Because we don't actually want that. Like, we don't really care about what it sends back for this test, so we'll just use that as our ignore. I am really looking forward to C#8 people in chat talking about that when nullability changes. So this would end up having to be a chat user question mark equals null if we wanted to do this, which then sets us up for the fact that we have to handle null there.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite feature coming to that.
It's not something I've looked into. It's...
Wheatlaw, do I want to use chat user? Right here? I think so. You don't want to use... Oh, chat... Oh, okay. Yeah, chat user question mark. I want to use chat user question mark, but that doesn't exist yet. I'm not in C# 8, so I can't do that. No, in this case I want null because I'm setting it to null. That's how I get a default value of null. Because the problem is I can't do a new chat user here like this. That's not valid. So you can't use defaults of reference types like that. So okay, let's run this. Let's see if it works.
This time for sure.
It actually might. Argument null. What argument was null? Oh, am I using user ID?
The
user ID. Yeah, I'm not using username. I'm using user ID.
Oh yes. So you display the display name,
which we don't care about.
But yeah, in the dictionary, it's based on the user ID, which makes sense.
It should be. User ID is unique and doesn't change. Display name can change. What's that one? What? I voted. Didn't I vote? I voted. We had a vote. Apply vote.
What was the error? Missed it
Sequence
there.
contains no elements. Whoops, wrong one. Meant to open this one. I assume you have the stream up too.
Yep.
Yep. Invalid operation. Sequence contains no elements on line 72. And you should be able... I think you can see the errors in your Visual Studio.
I see...
No, it doesn't because I'm running it through ReSharper.
Right.
Oh, that's weird.
So I see the output of the build, but I don't see the...
Right here.
72. Choices.max.
Isn't it because it's a mock? Oh, on which thing's a mock?
Our voting display notification is a mock for the chat client.
Yeah, on line 72, choice votes get vote counts. Should have come down here and should have grabbed those. Let's do this. We're just going to debug it. We'll find out what it is. So whenever you're confused by this stuff, just debug, take a look. Clearly something is null or empty that we're not expecting to be null or empty. Will Bennett, I think it does when at least I thought that's how I added to the list.
The debugging in live share kind of blows my mind. How I'm stepping through your code right now.
Yeah, you can actually see it. Yeah, this is actually the piece that I'm waiting for them to fix. I've been asking for a while. I need them to fix it because I need a way to disable it. So there's a vote in there.
So our values are 0, which is, I think, why they're getting filtered out by that where clause.
Got it.
Perhaps.
So we came back with an empty set. We then called max on an empty set.
Yeah. So what's that value? Votes?
Well, also we should make it so that max doesn't blow up if this is empty anyway.
Yes. Yeah. But considering we voted, unless I'm misreading what this does, a little surprised that came back with a 0, or that they all had 0.
So let's just put in this safety. Let's say choice votes. If there aren't any votes, we're going to return this.
Participation trophies for all.
Basically, yes. Everyone wins because I don't even know what to do with that. If no one voted and you ended the thing, like, yeah, sure, everyone wins. Cool. All right, so get vote counts is down here. We said value greater than 0. And that must be because the votes I sent in were not valid data. Start vote.
Oh, so the choice you passed in was...
Oh, I sent in A. I was supposed to send in 1.
Yeah, I guess it's a...
It's a number.
1 or 0? Goes by... starts at
we
1,
index
doesn't it?
starting at 1 here.
That's...
It's rage-inducing for all the developers. Hey, Coated Beard, welcome. Alright, so cool. It passes now. Also, there is maybe of T. Yeah. A maybe of T. That sounds great. Okay, we'll discard that. It's not really a change yet. So we said not any, everybody wins. Then this one, that basically works. So, what would we call this? This is a regression test of some kind. Add a regression test for vote ending. Vote ending. This will go on the Ben. You're gonna have to tell me your GitHub name here in a second.
It is.
Hang on. End vote timer. Create branch. All right. What's your name on here?
Paquette.
Like that. I don't know if you can see that on the screen.
Yep.
Okay.
That's right.
You are a co-author now. Congratulations.
Ooh. Internet points.
Yeah. I love that they added that, though. Like, that's one of those things that really bugged me in, like, a lot of things. It's like, why can I not, keep track of my source control of multiple authors of the same source code?
Yeah, that's nice. Give credit when you're pairing up with people.
I mean, it's super useful, because if someone's like, hey, I want to figure out how the end voting stuff works. Who's worked on this? Oh, Brendan and David both worked on it. Okay, cool. Because Brendan's not available, I'll go ask David. It's way more useful than, oh, it was Brendan. I wonder who he paired with.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Like, watch some videos to find out.
Yeah, what's the next, isn't it? Well, I mean, yeah, but for, like, a non-video scenario, like, some people have day jobs. It's weird.
Yeah, what do we want to do next? Do we want to...
Let's get another test on here. And then
Sure.
we'll do the one that actually watches for, like, some kind of delayed action.
Okay. So, another test
we could do the delayed one right now.
Yeah, we could add that now.
Yeah, let's do that one.
And then it will definitely fail. We hope.
You want me to start it? I can start it.
Nope.
I already duplicated stuff.
Nice.
Congratulations. I hit keyboard shortcuts.
What are we calling it? A delay or a...
Hang on, let's we don't want to, so in this one we don't need to check the we don't need to check that value. We want to make sure that it triggered an end after a certain amount of time, right? Or it set up a thing to end it.
So what are we looking for? What's our assertion here?
Scheduled end of voting given specified time limit. How's that?
Yeah, that works.
Oh, and actually instead of scheduled, should be end vote operations should schedule end of voting given specified time limit. Cool.
All right,
Greetings
so
and
how's
welcome.
that going to get passed in?
So that should be in the arguments. So we got back a set of arguments which you could just do this, right? Args add, args,
Okay.
right? Because we got it back. Here, tag. So that should be a
Args.
list of string. The arguments is so we can just add to it.
Okay. What's our unit going to be for this? Seconds,
So the
milliseconds,
suggestion I
minutes?
did like 2M is what we wrote in GitHub on the issue.
Okay.
But like something that could get interpreted by a time span. So like if there's an easy to write human string that we can parse by a time span. Time span parse. I'm going to go to the Google and find out what time span likes to take in. Like, is there a nice thing with like 2M? Because I know we can do like clock format thingies.
Yeah. Not sure if it does like the human readable one.
I know it can write to a fairly human readable. Oh, time span parsing is weird. Okay, well.
Let's see. Time span from human readable.
Yeah. As backwards from what I wanted. I assume you got the same thing I did, which is you get like...
Yeah.
I was like, no, I don't want to know how to write the human readable. I want to go the other way.
There's a library called Human Date Parser.
Now, alternately, we could just have... Yeah, I was going to say, we could just go with a simple regex like what Wheatlaw's suggesting right there. We could just do a simple, quick parse ourselves and just know that since we're always expecting a time span, it's either going to be like, you know, it's probably going to be in minutes or seconds, even.
Even if that's all we support for now, I'd say that's probably sufficient.
Yeah. Okay, so we're expecting that to set a timer for 1 minute out.
All right, what's our how are we gonna be able to test that? We don't want to wait for a minute.
No, we don't want to wait for a minute. So we just need to check that it's scheduled. We don't need to actually see it happen. We just need to know that it created a thing that was supposed to happen in the future, even if that didn't actually do anything. So let's go ahead. So we need to schedule a thing. So when we try to execute this, yeah, exactly. No, we're not going to do it off that one. We're going to check something else. So we're not actually even going to check the voting system this time. So actually, let's change that to an underscore.
Okay.
And then we're gonna need to get something else. Because the command is going to need access to our automation system, because we actually have something already that can do, like...
Gotcha.
We baked one of these in to, like, oh, you need to do something a minute from now? Okay, yeah.
That's the piece I was missing.
Yes.
Wasn't sure how we were going to actually pull off the scheduling part. So.
Yep. I will pass that in. So we're going to have to add that to the end voting operation. So we're going to do a mock automated action system. There we go. Object. Yep, we're going to add that parameter. That's going to be fun. So that should have added here, and then this somehow needs it. Automated action system. There we go. Okay. Wired up. So we now have that in here, and I will at least add the field even though we're not using it, just so that it is there. Okay. So now we can pass that in. That is superfluous, and we now need to return this mock because we're going to have to use it now. Mm-hmm. This is the... I'm going to call this automation system. Also, don't you love what it does with IntelliSense and code completing when the other person's typing in the same file?
Are we returning the mock or the object itself?
Return the mock, I would. So, I think, because we might want to do something with it, right? Because we need to check, we need to verify on the mock. So, yeah. Yeah, so what all of you don't see is when neither one of us is typing in the same file, it messes up the other person's IntelliSense and things like that. Other than that one, it's pretty good. I think they're not expecting you to both to be like typing actively at the same time very often. So, also test if the scheduled ending uses the correct time span. Yes, Sweetlaw, we're going to check that it created one and that it has the time span we requested. Yep, that is correct. And yes, that is true. We could just do seconds at all times, but then the math gets hard if you actually wanted to leave a vote going for like a half an hour. Like, I mean, you can do the math, but if we want non-programmers, non-math people to do this, that's going to be a pain. Do you remember the syntax? Good, you do. And you must use this same mocking framework.
I do, but what I don't know is what the iAutomation system looks like, and I'm not getting IntelliSense there. You might have, oh, there it is.
Oh,
so
okay.
We expected add action.
Cool, yep. That sounds right.
It takes in, what does it take in?
Just do an
interval action.
Is any. So. Yeah. I would just do an it is any.
Oh, okay.
Because I think we can get the value of it even if we just say it is any one of these, right?
No, I lost it again. Oh, interval action.
Yep. It wants an interval action? It's not an oh, yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, yeah, because there's some things are an interval and they only trigger once. That's how we implemented it. Yeah. Okay. So verify that that is called, and I thought there was some way of getting the value back from this. Oh, is it a comma and then the thing? Not.
You're looking for the interval action?
Yeah. Is there a way to get that?
I think if you do it is, and then you do in here, or whatever you call it, that should be an instance of that thing.
Does that work?
I may not have got the syntax right for that.
I don't think you did, but...
No, that's right. Yeah.
Hang on. What?
Hey. Oh, it just switched lines.
Oh, yeah. This wants to figure out which one it is.
So that should give us the instance, and then we can check the values.
Yeah, we can check the values because we need to say that the value equals this. Yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah. So you're saying that we then need to say...
So I assume there's a... So I guess I should look at what this interval action looks like. Is time to run? No, is done. So there's no information there in terms of the time span.
Yeah, since we don't actually put the time span on there, that's hard to check now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And welcome everybody that's following, much appreciated. Yeah, that is an interesting challenge. Because if we do that, then we end up with that value. So So maybe instead of here's what we're gonna do. Oh, actually, I just realized what we're gonna do. Derp. Yeah, stupid. I failed. Fake action system.
Ah.
We're gonna use that, and instead of a mock one of these, we're just gonna let's get back a fake one. We're gonna get a fake one. There we go. So it should just have the value of the one that was on it. So instead of actually having to mock it, we can just get the one that's in there.
There's that guy there.
Yep.
Now, same problem of what?
Yeah, we still have the same problem, but we have the same problem in a much less complicated way.
True. Yep. Shouldn't be done yet, I guess, if we're looking for things to assert.
Yeah, it shouldn't be done yet, but I guess we could make it 1 second. Wait 1 second. I would be willing to sleep for 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, S&B. Whoops. Nope. I can't type, so the answer to that question is no. We can't get rid of it. Apparently, it won't die. So it's gone now. Woohoo!
There it goes. Okay, so if we did this just for 2 seconds.
Yeah, we'll do 2 seconds, and then...
Do we want to check that it
I would check that it
done?
isn't, then sleep, and then check that it is. Actually, no, because this doesn't run on its own, because this is a fake one. So it's not. Oh yeah.
I guess we don't need to test the actual scheduling system. We just need to check that it was.
Actually, we just need to check if it's time to run.
Would it be worth checking that it's the right action that was scheduled too?
Sure. What do we want to test for that? So let's extract this if we're going to do this like 3 times.
Good idea.
Okay, so action and then we're gonna build. Let's do. Why don't we assert that it is of a type? That the action is of the right type, because we can make a special type for this, right?
What do we want that to be?
I start with the test that there is only one action scheduled on the mock.
Oh.
I mean, I agree, Will Bennett, but I'm not going to argue on that one. People think you're abusing VAR.
You started it.
Be of type. I did it for this because we were tupling, and it got kind of messy there. But see, people won't kill us now. But now we're gonna leave it like that. So be of type. We didn't create the type yet, so let's go make that type. This will be a class, not class 1. It's going to be vote delayed end vote. Delayed vote end. It is going to be an I interval action. Okay, so now that I've created this type, you should be able to use this. If you want to use it over in there, and I'll keep messing around in this file.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
want to see what implements this. Delete message, one-time callback action. That's what we want. People said funny stuff in chat. Please add a disclaimer that there are no vars abused in the making of this stream.
Wow, I did not realize this was such a touchy subject.
It's
I
these are programmers.
didn't used to use var a lot, and then I couldn't get a PR accepted on the ASP.NET Core repo until I used var for everything.
Nice.
So now I use var for everything. That's part of their
do you also use tabs then? Is that what you're saying?
convention. No, I'm not Bill Gates. I'm not a monster.
Okay, so should be of type delayed vote end, and be false. Sleep for 2 seconds should be true. Int delay in seconds, action to call. Delay in seconds, action to call. Delayed vote end.
Using
Totally pointless
var
class.
doesn't mean that it's a runtime check, though. It's still a compile time check with var in C#.
We're going to do that. Actually, hang on. We'll make this more specific to this one. We'll leave it this way. This is going to take in a voting system. We'll make sure that it always calls the right action by doing one of these. Voting system dot end voting. That looks right, right? Hop over to me. There you go.
Yeah.
So
seconds,
I'm basically just
close that. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna pass this in. So we just have to pass in a number of seconds, and then do an end voting. And then
Yeah, that looks good.
the one-time callback action should handle everything else for us already.
Okay.
So when we run this, it's not going to have our action get created. We won't even have one. So that's going to be null. That's where our first failure is going to happen. And let's run and find out whether or not we even got things building. We'll find out. So, hey, it got null. There we go. Expected the action to be of that type, but instead it was null. Cool. That makes sense.
Yep. Exactly what we expected.
So, what that means is in the actual operation, when we do our try to execute, this one? Oh, yeah, you're I'm just going to follow you. You're on the ball.
Okay, so how do we check the args for...
It's on the event args. And then event args should have dot arguments.
All right.
Yeah, the capital
Which
R,
is
so it's arguments. You know, that's important. That was a joke. Continue on.
Okay, and I forget what we were looking for already with that.
So we are going to have arguments. We're looking for a number to be the second argument.
Okay.
So
dot second.
Yeah, element at or default.
Is that a...
Yeah, element at or default. Keep going, and then you should be able to get a link for that. I'll add it to the top for you. There you go. And second one, so number 1.
Oh, now we're not.
Not index 2. What?
I know.
Okay, so we want to get that. And that, of course, could be null if it didn't get set.
Yep.
So we'll say if it's not null, You remember how if statements work, right? I know they're
Yeah.
complicated. It's very advanced programming here, everybody. Make sure that before you write,
This is
there's
a
a statement
string,
there. Yeah, it should be a string.
I don't know if you could ever get white space into these things, but
You shouldn't, but there's no reason not to do the safety that you're checking. So if it's null or white space, end it. Yep, there you go. Perfect.
else, now we're gonna have
Not echoing to
to
him anymore somehow.
parsing it.
Else triggers. You don't need the else. Why are we elsing?
Oh yeah, I returned. Good call.
Yeah, we returned.
Okay, where was that regex?
What? You had to get rid of the te?
Te.
Te? Come on, man. This is the internet. We gotta do the te. People wrote some regular expressions for us. Thanks, guys. I'm grabbing wheat lols. Oh, you grabbed wheat lols already. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
New regex. String pattern.
Something I have to look up every time I regex
I used
things.
to. Have you ever heard of Regex Lib? It's a website. It's a library of regular, just useful regular expressions. It's a website, been around forever. I actually used to work on that site a long time ago. So the fact that it's crappy is actually just because I didn't put much time into it. Please don't reflect the quality of that website on me. It's kind of old at this point.
I've probably been to it when I was looking something up. It's just...
Oh, most definitely. So this looks like we're looking for a number. Isn't digits like /d, but I guess we could just say 0 through 9. That's fine. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of those. Quit scolding the guest. I'm scolding the guest? I scolded you? What did I scold you about? I don't remember. Was it the use of the return? Might have been or the else. The else was probably the else.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
do the else. It's okay.
Give me a break. Give me a break, Will. Jeez. he can take it. He's Canadian, I think, probably. You're Canadian, right?
I am.
Yeah, see? He's Canadian. He can handle that.
My daughter's just learning to talk, and one of her first words this week was sorry.
Wow. That is...
I was quite proud.
The most Canadian thing I've heard in a while.
I'm actually not sure where she got it, if it was at daycare or something, but we were walking through a store, and she just kept saying, sorry, sorry, sorry.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Okay, so we're gonna check if it's a match, right? What are we gonna do if it's not a match?
You know what? Hang on. We'll add minutes later. We're just gonna handle seconds. That's all we have a test for anyway.
Okay. Do we need to check for... Yeah, we still need to check if it's a match, right?
Oh, yeah, so we want to get the matches, and we want to match, what is it, group, hang on, let's do this. That'll be the number only then. That'll be just the digits from there.
Okay. Matches. Gives us a collection. Oh my goodness. You're going to have to take over on the regex stuff. I just am too rusty. It's been a while. Yeah, regex is just one of those things that I don't use often enough to remember. I have to look it up every time I get into it.
We want match collection dot it's indexable. It's indexable. Well, not is it not an IEnumerable though? It's not an IEnumerable. It's like some other kind of collection, I think.
Odd.
Because we already have link in here, but I can't wear it.
Huh. Okay. Weird.
Someone's panicking about the regexes. All right. matches works. Hang on. Regex tester. I want to do this real fast. Someone suggested. Hey, that's funny. That was the one someone suggested. There are a million of these now. We're going to take this regular expression. We're going to put in the numbers we need, and we're going to make sure we get it right. So sorry, you got to watch on here for a second. So our test string is going to be 12 seconds. And I want to get the... Ooh, that didn't match. Because that... No match. Oh, because I double slashed. Sorry. Now it should match. One match, group 1. So 12. So yes, we want the full match, and then we want that. So... We do need it here, though.
Oh, right.
Welcome to C#. Count greater than 0. So we'll say if match count greater than 0, then we're going to grab that first one. This is the value we want. So we'll say int dot try parse on the match collection, and then say out int seconds delay. Like that.
Yep.
Oh, Fuel Snable, is it 1? Hang on. Fuel Snable's thinking it's at 1 because it's probably going to have the full match as the first one. Named groups, though, pretty good. Yeah. And there are named groups that we should probably use. Wheatlaw, yes, Wheatlaw's correct. We should use named groups. And essentially, I forget the syntax for that, but it is inside of this group, we specify the name. That way, if we add another group later, say a group for minutes, we don't have to rewrite, and we can access based on a name instead of this number. So, C# named groups. Regex. Named match sub-expressions. There we go. They don't have a nice example of this? Yeah, I'm probably not going to call it digits. I'm probably going to call it seconds.
Seconds, yeah.
And then it'll be that. Constantine, welcome. Thanks for following. So seconds, that, S. There we go. Don't use matches, use match. But we're expecting multiple matches. Match. What do we get out of this? Oh, map. Yeah, and then we're going to get capture groups out of this. So that's valid. Var match dot success and match dot groups. Greater than 0. Then we want to say, yeah, match groups there. Yep. And then let's use the name seconds in there. Cool. There we go.
That works. Cool. Something like that.
Which actually, let's just put this in there then. Hang on.
Oh, sure. Just make a monster if statement there. Works.
Pretty much.
Saves us from having this a bunch of places. The return invalid. Okay, so now we have our seconds. We can build up our...
Yep, there we go.
Call into the automation system.
So a lot of that's so for one of those things, most of the people I know when they use regular expressions, they go out and go grab a cheat sheet.
Yeah, that's totally me. And I've used them lots. It's just not something I use regularly enough.
So I would agree on that one, but I was just thinking that since we're going to add the second group to be able to handle minutes as well, it's going to be above 0, which I guess we should say, because like it's going to be 1 or 2, and rather than say if it's 1 or if it's 2, I'm just going to say above 0. We're only going to have 2 groups that it could be in there anyway. I'm going to trust in regular expressions to not fail and give me back like 5 matches on a regular expression with only 2 groups. And yes, people were totally right. It's not matches. It's a single match with multiple groups. I was crazy for a minute there. What do you add action? It's called delayed vote end.
Okay, that's what I was looking for.
Yep, I can see it up on my screen right now.
Vote end. That takes in what does it take in?
Seconds delay for starters. So seconds delay.
Did it take that in or a time span?
No, it was a number of seconds. It was an int.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then the other thing is the voting system, which we should have. _ voting system.
That should be it then.
And then semicolon, you're on the spot for it, and then we're good.
Am I? Yes, I am.
Cursor claimed you were.
I was looking at your cursor.
It is the colorful one, so it is easier to look at the other person's cursor.
It is.
This should totally be a method.
Yeah, probably.
But won't worry about that for now. What is this?
Run our tests.
Just match.success. Oh, wait. For match to be successful, the group has to exist. Oh, that's true. Yeah. Because it's mandatory now, but it won't always be. Won't always be. And yes, I agree. I love mob programming. Why all the torches and pitchforks? Not that kind of mob.
Well, it can turn into that kind of mob.
Very quickly. Okay, so I think that will work. Let's try our test.
I think so too. That's why you have to be an eternal optimist to be a developer. So you always think it's going to work this time. This time for sure.
Hey,
and then it doesn't.
It's green.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was false, and then it was true. That was kind of cool.
Cool. So is that it? That feature is actually working? In theory?
In theory, yeah. We added it to the automation system. We assume the automation system works. We assume delayed actions work. So, cool. If you have optional groups, you should test each group individually. What do you mean test each group individually, Fuel Snable? If we see one more wrong var, there's a significant chance of a mob revolt. Hey, Twitch Love, thank you for the 124 biddies. Much appreciated. Where were we? We were just in here. Did we have a here, look. That one. There you go. Link match. That's a string. We can say string. There we go. So actually, as I mentioned to people, the way that I determine for some of these like this, I'm not super worried about. We know that argument's a string, but like this line, since it already says regex, I use var, and this again, it should be known that that's it's like we did regex.match. You know, like it's look match.
How many times did I put match on that line?
Yes. So if you're repeating it a whole bunch, I'm not too worried about it. Or if the name is the type, I'm not worried about it. But technically that would fit in the way I usually write that. Let's commit this while it's here, and then we'll get the next piece. So this is adding in a delay. Adding in the delay for ending a vote. You are still the co-author on that one. Okay, let's give this a try.
Yeah.
Runtime equals runtime get runtime. Sounds good, Weelo.
This is Java. You'd need some factories in there if it was Java.
We're not all that much better.
No. A lot of our patterns came from there.
Yeah, Java and C# are both known for their bad names. Hey, Crimson Green, welcome. This is classic Java. Oops. New C#, Java, F#. Hey, Crimson Green. Thank you very much for the what, eight months in a row of subbing to the channel. Pretty darn awesome. 8 months. I have a feeling, aside from like me, who's like, you know, the streamer, I think that's the record. So C#, Java, and F#. Those are your choices for language, everybody. I apologize, I don't have the display up for voting. And let's do vote and let's try this. 30 seconds. Let's watch. It's gonna like end it automatically. Invalid delay specified. Whoops. Well, that didn't work.
We forgot a return here, so it did still schedule it, but we missed a return.
Oh, we didn't return. Okay, yeah. Yep,
what do we?
After that.
What were we returning before? It was return end voting. What did end voting say? Result message. Oh, it was returning the results of the vote previously.
Yeah, we don't need to do that. So vote will end in seconds. So let's do this. Right?
Yep.
Well, let's make sure it actually ends in that 30-second window that we specified before.
Yeah.
It just didn't give us any feedback that was going to do that. Like, well, the feedback it gave was wrong. Let's put it that way. At least we think that it worked. We'll find out. It might not have worked for other reasons.
So that automation system then, does it, we expect that it will spit out the results onto the chat?
Yeah, it should. Assuming it works. Create your own function to execute OS commands through the command line. runtime dot get runtime. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Ooh, I'm not sure that worked. I'm going to restart the bot just to confirm, and we'll try that again with a better message too. We did add it, right? Yeah, we added it in. It's in the action system. Well, let's find out. Cool. We'll rerun this, and I'm going to bring the overlay up so we can see the vote happen this time.
Ooh, the countdown on the screen. It's a pretty good idea.
C#, F#, Java, Python. I'm going to vote for one. Anything but JS. Good vote, Twitchloft. Good vote. Bokia, we should definitely put a timer on the screen because we can, actually.
Did he send the end command?
It should be. Oh, you're right. Vote end. Vote will end in 5 seconds. There we go.
Got our message at least.
Time to vote. Oh, well, it disappeared from there. So it apparently ended, but without telling chat about it, because we don't have chat. It returned and didn't do anything. Derp.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. So.
Oh, okay, so that's part of that. the action that we passed into that
Yeah,
in
so we
our
just have to do...
delay.
Thanks, Will. Although I think this was more of a derp than a fail, but sure, that's fine.
I
At
like
least we
it.
know why it didn't work before. It did end the vote.
It
Okay,
did.
so what did we need to do? We need to pass in... so this actually doesn't have a way to do it. That's an interesting problem.
Well, if we look at our delay vote end,
Okay, yeah. Let me anchor to you.
would there be a way in here? I mean,
We'd
we're
have to
getting.
have access to the chat at this point, which we don't.
Can we get access to it? No.
Technically, yes, we'd have to start passing stuff through multiple layers, which is the part I
Yeah,
don't
that's
like.
probably not the best way to do it then.
Yeah.
So,
Although we may end up wanting to do it that way. So here's the challenge. I think we're going to want to do that even though we don't want to do it. Like, I think we're going to need to do it even though we don't want to do it. Because of the fact that in order for the system to work, since we know we're going to eventually need to support multiple chat clients, to be able to talk in multiple places, we will want to do that.
okay.
So let's pass it in.
Okay, so it's going to be, is it iChat client?
Yep, that's it. How did you guess?
It's just good naming.
And then it'll be like chat client dot send message and then the results of that. I mean, it's a one-liner at this point, if you want. No, not send
it?
direct. We want to...
Oh.
Hang on. There you go.
Okay. That should be it then. Oh, what did I do? What did I do?
What's it matter
Can I
about?
not do that? Oh, it has to be a...
Oh, because it wants to be a single expression?
I think it is expecting a return, isn't it?
No,
Oh, no, it has to be a single expression. Yeah. There you go.
So we're just passing the thing that calls the message and ends the vote. Can it just take a callback instead? Yeah.
It could. It'd be just really a generic delayed action then at that point, I suppose.
Yeah, we could just do a one-time callback action instead of using this entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, let's do that.
We're basically just inline this whole thing.
So we'll just steal this. Yeah.
Yep.
Why don't you fix that and I'll get rid of this file.
Okay. What does my... Oh. You are fixing it, okay.
So now we need the chat client up here.
Oh, right.
Private read-only, chat client, initialize field from constructor, which is going to make this spot over here annoying. What? Oh, do I not have the chat client at that point? Oh, I don't have the chat client on here. It only comes in when we do that.
What's the problem?
We don't have a chat client here. We get the chat client when we handle the command.
Oh.
Because the command is turned on regardless of the chat client, and when it's handled is when we receive it. We can adjust the operation to take it in, but that's annoying. Because I don't want to change all operations to suddenly start taking in chat clients, which maybe I should. Maybe a chat client should take in a series of event args and take in, like maybe an operation should take one in. Separation of concerns, yes. No, yeah, we need to figure out where this needs to go. There's some fix up we got to do here.
Interesting. Would we have had the same problem when it was in that delayed? No, it was okay then because that was once we were executing the command.
Don't you have the client when you're scheduling the callback? No, Will, I don't. We didn't have the client then. That's the problem. We have the client here when we call it, but then, well, we need it here basically, and then with it here we could use it at this point, and then we wouldn't have it here, or there.
This base command is in a lot of places though, isn't it?
Not as many as you'd think.
Okay.
But more than we'd like. Only like, I don't know, what is that, 15?
Okay, that's not as many as I thought.
The thing is, every spot where it's called, we will have the chat client.
Okay.
So we could just accept it in each one of these.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not big on that.
Does it make it, this might be a really bad idea, but does it make any sense to put it on the command received event args?
We could make that an object where it has it. If we wanted to simplify down what those args are that we pass, that might make sense. It's a 2 Pepsi day, guys. At least it's not booze, right?
We think.
You could use dependency injection. Thanks, Wheatmall. We are using some dependency injection. How was it ending before? So previously it was ending because it was a message to a chat through the chat client that triggered it. Yes, S&B, it's like a Sherlock Holmes 2-pipe problem. That is exactly right. It's a 2 Pepsi problem. It's just unlike Sherlock Holmes, I am fueled by caffeine rather than by nicotine. You know. You don't have a caffeinated beverage. Oh, there you go. See. What are you drinking?
A pot of coffee.
Oh yeah,
Just
see,
the usual.
caffeine. There you go. Yeah. The entire pot, huh?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
my limit. 1 pot.
And S&B is not wrong. So I am not. I should clarify. I am not on cocaine. Sherlock Holmes is often on cocaine. just to clarify here. Hang on, let me. I don't still have white stuff in my nose here, do I? No.
I think the tagline on my blog is still caffeine-driven development.
Then maybe the timing should be at the other endpoint. Not on cocaine. Unsubscribe. Thanks, Fuel Snable. Yeah, it's not worth watching any devs that aren't on cocaine. Jeez. I mean, that's like hiring a lawyer that's not on cocaine. That's just crazy. So I don't want to pass that in.
Okay.
If we can get around it. Is there another way that we can...
Can you show me where this gets called? I guess it's in the base class it gets called, right?
What if in the voting system... Well, I really don't want it to know about chat. What are you looking for?
Oh, I'm just trying to wrap my head around what's how this try to execute gets called. Do I assume is in the base class or is it elsewhere?
It's called by the commands, and it's called based on the... it's probably based on an interface, iCommand operation. So what's actually
Okay.
called would be my guess. Alternately, what we could do is this. Well, I could simplify yank. We could. Let's do this. Let's roll back a little bit. I have an idea. Oh, do I want to break polymorphism and just to make this work right now? That's I'm debating it because I don't want to put this everywhere. So this needs it when it's starting up, but it needs to be able to come from a place that's. Wishing I'd actually just made the call a long time ago that we were only going to connect to Twitch, not connect to any of the chats. They make a lot of this easier. Hey, Wheatlaw. We're just dealing with dependencies. A little bit. Can't the send message take the time to execute? Ooh, that's an interesting idea, actually. Actually, wait a minute. Send the message, take the time. No, because we need to send the results, Will. So the send message would have to have what it had to do before sending the message. So by breaking polymorphism, I just meant this. It'd be a small thing. Essentially, what I would do is, if we were to go that route, would be on the vote command. Just say, hey, if we're grabbing the end vote, then just set a property on it and give it the chat client. Would be all that I'd be suggesting. That's why I say like it would. I would rather not do it if we have a nicer way. But I'm also not keen on adding this to every single spot.
Mm-hmm. Can you chain these things together at all the actions with your action system?
Yeah. If you did an action one, you could just have one action just call another like. Let's break.
Just wondering if is there an action we can create that just sends a message to the chat client?
Yeah, but in order to create one of those, you need to have a.
Need a chat client?
Yeah, you have to have a chat client. Because they take in a chat client then for which one they're supposed to send to. So that is the challenge. How in the heck do we do that then? Stop and count complete finishment. Alright. We're gonna do this. I hate it, but we're gonna do it. This is the different route. This is going to pain me greatly.
Uh-oh.
So that's
what are you gonna do?
Vote. That's doing that. We're gonna say else if and we're gonna say first our C end words dot contains first arg. Whoops. Private const list string. Yeah, you got it.
I think I see where you're going with this.
Thought you would. I don't like it because now we're putting extra stuff in here.
Mm-hmm.
But it should work. Why doesn't that like it? Oh, right. I meant read only. Derp. Read only. And then at which point that string is invalid now. So it's going to be end words. End words contains first arg. And it's. I'm going to just say 2 lower. What do we in commands? I'm not seeing the result of send message being used on line 35. Chat message send. Message to send right there. That's the message. We love const. Oh, thanks, Twitchloft. The uncheer. Yeah. So if we get this one, let's take this and put this in a method, which could actually technically still be in this class if we wanted to. We're going to say do something. What? There is a return value. What do you mean, Will? It's used right here. That's return. Try to execute. It has a return value of string and it's passed to send message. I don't know what Will Bennett's talking about. So we need to pass in the event args.
Will's saying the result of send message. Send message doesn't. It's a void.
Yeah,
method.
send message is a void. Yeah, sorry. So we'll have this one get us back a value. Message to send. Which I guess we could actually just send it from in here instead of having the return value, since this one's going to have access to the chat client. So we'll just have it sent.
Mm-hmm.
We only have it if we pass it in, though.
This is true.
There we go. Do you want to make that first one? I'll start at the bottom on the returns.
Meet you in the middle.
Yep.
It's not the middle.
Dang it, I had to do all the work.
Okay,
so we
need
passed this in, but I didn't actually save it somewhere, so I will get it for us like that. We now have it.
Excellent. What's this complaining about? Not all code paths return.
Just void it, yeah.
Void.
This is no longer
void.
do something. This is end, or, let's see, set vote end. And it might be immediate. Set vote to end. Hello, inventor.
Glad you backed off that ledge of naming it something with an or in the name.
Yeah. Well, because it isn't really an or. We're setting it to end. It's just it might be immediate. It might be in a minute.
Yeah.
0 and 1 are just numbers.
Okay, so that's looking good. Now those tests we wrote are...
The tests are going to need to point here instead.
No good anymore. So instead of end vote operation should...
Yeah.
We don't have the end vote operation anymore, do we?
We can get rid of it.
Yep.
I will delete it since that's probably safer for the host to delete a file. Just gonna guess that there could be problems if we...
I think you're right. So now it's the vote command that we're testing.
Yep. Are you in the test? Okay.
No.
I am now. Let me try renaming this file. So it is now... we're testing the vote command.
Yeah.
And since we're testing the set end, I'm just going to do it like this. Vote command set end should. I'll say yes, even though I don't know what that's going to do. Oh, good. I can still open the file.
Looks fine. I even followed you there.
So this no longer returns one of these. This is now a vote command. Vote command. Yep. Okay. Yep. You get it. And what does this require? This voting system, automated action system, but it needs a repo. I can give it a repo. That's fine. I'm not going to do anything with it. That was weird. Repository. There we go. There we go. Why is it not like voting system? Oh, okay. Looks like that's fixed. Yeah, so that, yep, good call.
I think we need a chat client now.
Oh.
So when we call handle command, which I think is what
we can call handle command, can we?
We have the args. We're just missing the.
It's protected.
Is it? Oh, it is protected. Okay. Interesting. What do we do? Stop trying to break stuff. That's
we call process on it, don't we? Instead of handle command, we call process, right?
Okay.
There we go.
Process args. Excellent. Nope.
I'm typing. Hang on. It's gonna mess up while I'm typing. There you go.
I'm just typing what you typed.
Yeah, it's all we should need to do.
Okay.
Now the weirdness here is that process isn't really what we want to do, which makes me wonder, do we want to do something else in order to make sure that we can actually run that? Why don't we do this? Testable vote command. And then test it. It's going to call this dot handle command chat client event args. Like that.
Okay.
That ought to suddenly make it all work. We'll put that in its own file here, because anything else wanting to do it's going to want to call this same thing. So that'll let us do a testable version. Actually, whoops. We don't want that. Okay, fixed.
What?
So now that's a testable one. Yep, you changed that one. Good job. Yep. And then up here we call that.
What did you call the method again? Test it?
Test it, I think. Well, I want it to be super obvious that we called this like testing little pass through.
Yeah.
Right?
It's not part of the base class. Okay. Now, that's not. I have to rethink how we test this schedule and voting thing.
Actually, what's wrong with that? That's going to work the same way.
Oh, it is. Yeah, you're right.
Let me run the tests.
Oh.
David is a
What were we
monster.
doing again?
We left an extra curly brace at the end of this file.
So I kind of forget how we went down this path. This was because we didn't get the results of the.
Yeah, probably S and B. Yeah.
At the end of the vote, we didn't get the message in chat saying who had won. Now I remember.
Just the regular voting ended didn't work. Because our regex testing did something weird on it, I guess.
Oh, really?
Because it didn't see the value, so... Well, let's
Value
get that we have the
cannot be
test there. Delay arg.
Ah, okay.
It was not null or white space. Wait, hang on. That's not right. No, right, it's end and then 1. So we get... Oh, that needs to return, yeah. Derp.
Oh, yes.
Remember that else I yelled at you about? We need it again, because we're not returning, we're actually sending the messages.
Yeah.
Jeez, why did you let me get rid of that? What's your problem, man? Gee, David. Clearly we needed the else.
If only I had known how this was going to change.
Yeah, exactly. No, see, you did. You did. You knew what was going on. Premonition right there. Let's see if it works.
Foreshadowing is what that was.
I just hyped early, which means I've now jinxed it. There's no way it's gonna work this time because I did the hype. Oh, thanks, Crimson. Thanks, Crimson. There you go. Hey, but it actually worked, so we need more hype. And yes, the hypes go faster and faster the more of them you run. Herp-a-derp. We'll be visiting this again sooner rather than later. Yeah, Renee, we're probably going to have to fix this at some point soon, but it works for now. Yeah, people love the hype thing.
That's awesome.
Yes, Crimson Green, it does mix them. So if you do one of these, then you end up with hypes, derps, and fails all at the same time, and it slows down a lot. Thanks, Crimson. Yeah, we don't need any more. You definitely don't need that many. Well, there used to be a stream here. David, you're above all this. Congratulations. You're in front of the derps. Stream broken.
Z index 5000.
Yeah, exactly. Only, Z index, because, America.
Right. Let's forget that's different for you.
Yeah, America. Yeah, you get Zed. Who's Zed? Is that some guy's name? Good old Zed.
Yep.
He's a great guy.
So I guess we could probably actually try running this, eh?
Well, let's commit it and try running it, yeah. Oh, actually, no, there's a thing that we need to do. Here's the... I just realized. There was a check we didn't actually... What the... Did we rename that? Yeah, we did. Why is that file still exist?
Yes.
Hang on. I just realized this is what we screwed up all that time ago. Watch. We didn't check that the chat client got called.
Good call.
We're gonna put in the real test, which is the thing that we were about to look to see, like, did this mock get called?
We shouldn't have to run it to actually see that.
Yeah, we should not have to run it to see that. Yep. So go ahead and get us a verify down there. Frame skipping on what, 1,000 sprites? What is this thing?
What is going on?
Snable. You don't get IntelliSense because, we
I do
live
sometimes.
shots. Yeah, it gets wonky. That's the one bug that they still have that's a little annoying, is that IntelliSense gets a little weird. Here, let me just hop in. Send a message, and then... It is any string, or actually, hang on.
Could check for the actual string too.
If we have it.
In this case, it's that it would be, oh, wait. There's actually a couple things that, ooh, what were you gonna, I'm curious what you were gonna check for here now. Because initially it would have said that the vote will end in 2 seconds.
Well, yeah, so we should check for that, but then we didn't have any votes, so it's going to be this string.
We had 1 vote.
Oh, did we vote?
I think you voted when you set up the
Oh, yeah, we
get
could
test
remove the
operation.
vote. We don't need the vote in the test, do we?
We shouldn't.
Remove the vote. Yeah.
We needed it at one point because there was
a bug, but we got rid of that.
Yeah.
So let's get rid of the vote. Then we go back to the voting
So
system.
now
We can look for this
everyone
message.
wins.
Yeah, but I'd rather that be coming from some kind of like a set of messages. They're gonna play Hangman while we get this messaging stuff working.
Nice.
What are these? Voting messages. We'll make this a static class. So this is just going to be strings for now. And later on we could pull this into the database if we want to. So public static string. Public static public const string. What do we want to call this? This is
Participation trophy.
Wins. Yeah, everyone wins. We're not calling a participation trophy. We don't give out participation trophies here. Maybe it actually should be no winner. No winner. And that's also return no winner. Did you get it down here using it? Excellent. The name's not right, but everything else looks good. Wait, we failed on the Hangman game? What was the word? VS Code. You guys couldn't get VS Code?
What did I get wrong here? Oh.
I didn't put it. I didn't nest it.
I just assumed. Okay.
I could have nested it, but I didn't.
Okay, I think that's it.
How did I have to guess VS freaking code? Crimson, why don't you suggest people try playing roulette? So we expected everyone wins, but you're on. So we expected that to get called, but it wasn't. Interesting.
Oh. Okay. Why? We created a mock client. We passed it in to test it.
Oh. I know why.
Oh, does your fake thing not actually call the
We didn't ever actually call our action.
How does it get called in the? Do we call that somewhere?
Do we call what somewhere?
Invoke on the action.
Do we call invoke?
Or is it because we have a? Did we do a? It's a fake automation
system doesn't actually do anything.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just Have a look at this fake automation system right here. Look at this code. This is it's beautiful, beautiful code.
Oh, nice.
You could at least make it appear as if there's 6 chambers. Cyrilash, what are you talking about? 6 chambers? Oh, you're talking about the roulette game? Someone just tried roulette. Did you survive?
Well, you're playing that kind of roulette.
Oh, yeah, what'd you... I love how David didn't even know what kind of roulette we were playing. He's like, try the roulette command. Yeah. Totally safe. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
I just thought we were gambling.
I know, right?
I guess
It's
we
a
are.
really bad idea to
It's
play
really
roulette.
high stakes.
What? Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah, that is it's yes, it's a game with actual high stakes.
Okay. It's time for sure.
There we go. Okay, cool. Hang on. We're starting up the bot. Everybody's trying to play roulette now. Thanks, Wheatlaw. Yes, the only way to win is not to play. You actually can win at that game. Hang on, let me super kill the bot here. It's not dying. Zombie bot. It didn't want to let go of its DLLs. Katrina, you can't die. You're a mod. Crimson can't die. I can't die. No one with a sword can actually die playing roulette. Die, of course, means get timed out. No one is actually harmed in the playing of the roulette game. Hang on, Sorban. We're just restarting the bot real fast, so we'll say hello in a sec. There you go. Try it again. Oh, man. See, whoa, hey, you survived. I did not. Yeah, I died. You survived. Yeah, congratulations. I love how the immediate reaction was thinking the death happened. Hey, welcome, Triggs. It's only mods or... No, Katrina. So there's just a random chance of any given person that uses it being, getting killed and then timed out, but mods can't be timed out. Can I wait? Can I? I'm actually not even sure about that in Twitch. Can I time you guys out? I'm not sure. I think I can, probably. So I don't know, but either way, yeah, the bot is the same rank you guys are, so it can't do anything to you. Okay, yeah. I've never tried, Crimson. I've never had to time you out. You've never been that bad. Okay, so... so what did we do? We did horribleness. Evil code? No, what did we do? We, wired up the...
We inlined an operation, I guess, sort of.
Without an operation. Yeah, exactly. Without the operation. There's the problem. Wired up the vote end delay without an operation.
You can take me off as a co-author on that
one. Wait, hang on. That's a good point. Let me go find and edit that. I'm gonna put in like as suggested by David. It's kind of like there's a group that I'm part of. We have a website that we never get to, and whenever someone says something like, "Yeah, I'm gonna update this," and someone will be like, "Yeah, by like January," and people are like, "What year?" Because we never get to it. So like I always threaten to. So we have a designer that like a guy that's graphic design, does web, does CSS, all this kind of stuff, and I'm always like threatening to like put his name on the bottom of the website and be like designed by, and like promote it online, like, yeah, our website designed by this person, be like, if you don't go fix it and make it look nice, I'm going to start telling everybody you designed this. Like, it's the evil things. Code written exclusively by David. Exact. Thank you, S&B. That is perfect. So Will Bennett, we could, but we don't know what the message is that we're going to send yet. So if we were going to do that instead of a timeout, we'd have to have a delayed action in the send message, which we could potentially do, but we didn't have the chat client at the time that we wanted to send it anyway. So that's why we couldn't do it. Which I hope answers the question, because once we have access to the chat client, there's no problem anymore at all. It's that we didn't have the chat client, and when we have the chat client, we don't have the, we don't have the results of the vote. So
until it's over.
Yeah.
So we're going to try running it one more time live there? And...
yeah, we can try it now. So what do we want to vote on? Hang on, I got an idea.
I like it.
So the last letter in that alphabet, is it Z or is it Z? Oh, dang it. No, S&B. No, you've betrayed me.
Thank you.
Come on, Crimson. Come on.
There's only one right answer here.
Wait a minute. These colors are backwards. If anything, you know, like, come on. You know, it's like, the Canadians, you'd put them in red, and you'd do the same thing with the Brits, like... No! Wheatlow! There we go. Yeah, come on, where are my Z's? Oh no, not Coated Beard too. Oh man. Yeah, all the Europeans in there with their Z's. Europeans and the Canadians are banding together. You better be careful, Canadian. We're gonna, like, send you over to Europe somehow. Like, you wanna... like, chop the border and, like, give you a little shove, you know, like, just let you float over
with a chainsaw down the border and then just push us away.
Exactly, yeah, that's how that works. You know, continents are islands, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see a really long blade on that chainsaw. Did we schedule an end on?
Oh, actually, that vote's starting to even out a little bit there. Thanks, Judiscu. for voting for Z even after you said vote Z. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, Wheatlow's statement is totally correct. That there is not a wrong when it comes to, you know, different ways of pronouncing things. Oh, man, betrayed again. Yep.
Maybe it just means you have a very international following.
Oh, yeah, it is actually a reasonable number of people that are international that are watching here. So we're going to get 10 seconds. Wait, vote will end in invalid delay specified, and I don't have permission to end the voting. What the heck just happened?
We really messed things up when we turned that into a void. Got rid of the returns.
Yep.
But we did get our message.
Yeah, we got our message, and I think it's going to end. Yeah, there you go. Zed wins.
Yeah, we really messed that up.
All right. Yeah, you're right. We did by doing this. So what we should do is we'll just switch it back, and then it'll work better. So we'll just do message to send equals, and then do chat client send message to send, and change this to string. Because we were otherwise going to have a return on all those lines anyway, or like really mess with elsing these things.
Yeah. And
that sounds less than fun. So we'll do it this way. And it'll work fine. Hey, look, we met in the middle that time. Ish.
Closer to the middle, at least. I think we got them all.
In terms of the number of returns, that's about the middle. Oh, hey, look. What'd you put that else in there for? That was dumb.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, what were you thinking, man? That was just stupid. We didn't need an else in there. Yeah, VS Live Show has been working all right. It gave us a couple of problems at the beginning. We had to restart Visual Studio, but since then, it's been good.
Yeah, and I may have edited a file I wasn't supposed to edit right at the beginning. That just...
Oh, maybe. I have no idea. Invert if statements. Oh, we could, Wheatlaw. What do we want? So we need to restart this. Let me get this started, then we can look at inverting ifs. I just want to see if this works. Yeah, S&B, he was modifying my user secrets file. That is correct.
Yeah.
I don't actually think he has access to that.
I was trying to use some sharper
Isn't
shortcut
the
commands.
ending of the vote immediately handled still? No, Will. There's now a delay before the vote ends. So let me do this. An important vote, and it's going to be fun because there's no way these colors are going to line up with their names. So yellow is red. That's perfect. Exactly as everyone... It's very logical. And you only have 60 seconds to vote. Oh, no, Will, I could say vote end. I can just end it if I want. But we don't have to end it. Oh, yeah. So yellow is red, red is orange. Janiscu should not be able to do vote end. If he can, that's okay, good. If he can, that's a problem. Oh, green is blue. All right, what's blue? Does someone want to vote for blue? Oh, blue is also orange, so there you go. Perfect.
What happened to yellow?
Everyone stopped voting for yellow. So couldn't the delay version just send a... Will, we talked... Yeah, so we talked about that. So couldn't the delayed version just send a... Oh, well, it would still need a chat client to know where to send it, Will. So anyway, so green won, and so the voting seemed to work, the delay and everything.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so I like that. Sorry,
Got
guys,
there
vote
eventually.
is not currently on. Which actually is a good point. Should we tell people that there's no vote right now? If there's no vote?
Probably. Yeah. If they
Let's
try
commit
voting
this
and
and
there's
then
nothing
do
going on.
that.
I thought it did, actually. Oh, no, that's set vote to end does that.
Fix voting messages. Hey, Ori, welcome. See, Ori would have voted against me also. She would have probably voted for Z instead of Z. Because, you know, there's a whole bunch of Europeans here in the chat room. Why does it have to have the client to send a command? No, well, I guess you could send a command, Wheatlaw, but you have to have a chat client in order to, you know, talk to a chat client. And hey, Horkrine, welcome. Horkrine, yeah, feel free to bring it up. So we want to tell people there. Oh, so we tell them if there's no vote that's active. So in apply vote, we don't send a message when they do this. Oh, we take in chat client, so we do. If there's no active vote, we just return. We could just do chat client. Do that.
Yep.
Yeah, I can talk to it, Wheatlaw, but it can't respond without one. It doesn't know where to send the reply. Add message, add reply if vote inactive. Okay, let's give it a restart and actually see it live. We should probably add a series of tests for all of those little bits of that one. Whoa! Horkrine, you got blasted by something because it thought you were posting links, and those are not links. But Nightbot is stupid. Horkrine, post, what is this? Is .NET Core DI, in .NET Core DI, is there a way to instantiate services within a single folder namespace? In AutoFac, I used to tell AutoFac to look in the interfaces under my project and then instantiate a service with the same name under So basically, you want like automatic wiring up using the .NET Core dependency injection. And as far as I know, the built-in .NET Core one does not do automatic registering of interfaces to types.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
would
the
use
same.
autofact for that,
Yeah, I
actually.
would use autofac. Alternately, you could write a bit of reflection that just does it, but once you get into the point of using reflection on your own code to find all the types to do that, you might as well just use something that does it instead. And I think David agrees with me.
Yep.
Yeah, Horkrind, that's usually the step that gets most people to bail on the out-of-the-box uh, .NET Core DI. I wish they had added that. That is such a simple and common thing, is to have like some kind of convention-based wiring up of types. Yeah, I would rather not use autofac also. I'd rather use the built-in one. But they didn't get us that feature. That alone is the one that it's like, just give me that. Just that little piece.
Yeah,
Yeah. The
sure.
Managed Extensibility Framework.
Used that to do plugin type stuff many a times back in the day.
Uh, what else do we want to add to this?
I don't know. We could certainly add a bunch more tests, but
How long did you want to stick around, David? I actually forgot to ask you that before we started the stream.
oh wow, it's pretty late already.
Yeah.
No, I probably need to get going in the next 5 to 10 minutes. So
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. I'm like, wait, I didn't ask him before the stream started how long he was sticking around for, because some people duck out early. So I was like, figured I'd check. Uh, cool. So why don't we spend the next 5 to 10 minutes just chatting with people in the chat room while I have a
sure.
cat climbing up my leg. Rah. Cat stream. Ooh, he's semi-transparent. Yeah, see? Somebody knows who this is. This is Jolie. And he really was trying to climb my leg. He's a good cat. Except when he's knocking my green screen down. So, what are people working on? Yeah, I know I like my cat.
No, I do not have any pets, but we are planning to get a cat sometime soon. We're just waiting until our daughter's old enough to remember getting her
Oh,
cat.
crap, Renee's right. There's a feature we didn't do, which is resetting the timed vote end. So, like, if I decide I want to add more time, that was like
Oh,
another feature we had on the issue. So maybe I'll add that. I mean, I'm not going to add it right now, but my girlfriend wanted a cat. I didn't want a cat. We compromised and got a cat. That sounds about right, Horkrine. So, hey, Twitch Love, yeah, it's cat cam. That's pretty good. And Renee is totally correct. We did not actually handle that operation.
yeah, good catch.
That is what it says. Not there. Not there. What? Yeah, leave the site. Thank you.
Are you sure though?
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Thanks for that. How did we say it was supposed to work? We'll override a previous vote ending timer. Yep. See? There you go. Says it. So basically, what that would mean is, if we set up that callback, that we need to be able to reset its time.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we do need the special one that's not the just regular one-time callback, but is its own thing. So we might want the custom type to be able to adjust the time on it.
Yeah. So as it stands right now, I guess it would have, if you set another vote end command.
It would just set up another delay and try to run the end a second time.
And the second time it would have just spit back that there isn't a vote happening.
No, it would probably. Well, yeah, the second end probably would do that. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd look weird, I bet.
A little.
Yeah.
Just ghosts sending vote end commands.
Despite the constant. I didn't want a pet, so we got 2 dogs, 2 cats, and a bunch of fish. There you go, Twitchloff. That's great. Yeah, Horcrine, this is Fluent Assertions. We love those here. No, Jajisku, we don't have a humor command. So, kind of fun.
Ray marchers.
Yeah, we really do need to. It is totally true. We do need to get the. We do need to get that piece. We'll override a previous vote ending timer. Well, let's get this in a pull request for now, and then if we add that, we add that. So pull requests, create one, and we're gonna say this is part of number that. Still needs to handle the set update end time called a second time. So this is end vote timer. Oh, yeah, Janiscu. Sort of. Why do assembly programmers need to know how to swim? Because they work below sea level.
That's pretty good.
That's nice. I like that. I like that. Why do assembly programmers need scuba gear? It would make more sense to me. Yeah. That would also be fine. Create that.
All right. Well,
request.
I think I do need to jet. I'm heading out
Yep.
to a conference tonight, and I need to do some
conference
prep
you
work
going
for that.
Oh.
Prairie DevCon. in
Oh
Virginia.
yeah, the one that I submitted sessions to and got rejected on. Have fun.
Oh,
I did not
I'll have to talk to Darcy about that.
Yeah, I'm not known there. That's outside the U.S. You know, like they don't have no idea who I am out there. They don't even speak American English there. They speak Canadian English. They say things like Zed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like who is this guy trying to cross the border with 12 shotguns? Like, and it's like I'm from America. This is like my driver's license down here. This is how you like. You guys know how that works, right? You know, like instead of you get Canadians carry a driver's license, Americans just carry a shotgun. That's how we prove we're a citizen.
Yeah, we don't have that here.
Yeah, it was a joke. Actually, the funny thing is, I do know a bunch of Canadians that own guns because you guys are about as you're.
It depends.
I'm
which
sorry, you
part
guys
of
are the
country you're
second
from.
crazy. Like you're like one step of crazy below America. Sorry, guys. United States, yeah, we're crazy. Canada's the next crazy down. Sorry, not sorry. Canada's America light.
America light.
Basically, I think what they're saying is you're not quite as bad as us. You know? So that's a
I hope
compliment,
that's what
right?
that means.
You don't think that's what that means? Oh, okay, well.
I hope so.
All right, well, cool. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for writing some code.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah. We will probably invite you back at some point in the future. Now that
Sounds
we've
good.
gotten what you are, so you're 1/3 of the 2 AspNet monsters. Is that it?
That's right. 1/3 of the 2 monsters.
Yes. So we'd already had all the monsters on, and now we've had the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The final monster.
Yep. Cool. Awesome. Take
All
care.
right.
See ya.
See you guys. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
He's gone and frozen. I will now make him disappear. He will be gone. Because I will remove that. Sorry about the sound. Now let's remove... Wait, what? Why does it say he's not there anymore already? Oh, there he goes. Cool. Alerts and overlay stuff. That's this one, that one, and that one. Hey, back to normal. There we go. Excellent, excellent. A Canadian standoff is two people trying to go through the same door at the same time. That sounds about right. They keep letting the other one go first. How do I get agreement against a third-party API today? Instead of using a Boolean property, I had to send a string X to indicate true. No idea what false was. Twitchloft, that is absolutely crazy. False is lowercase. S&B, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. The one that bugs me is when you have to like pass in the string true, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, it's like, okay. Never, like, 0 and 1 are probably the ones I like the best, although I don't mind true that much. Oh, X and O would actually be funny, Renee. They could do that. That could actually be what it is. Twitchloft, I hate APIs with case-sensitive URLs. Yeah, except you're forgetting about Simon, Janiscu. So James, Simon, David, those are three monsters. Okay. Do. Okay, so actions. Okay, so how would this actually work if we were gonna wire that up? Let me just think of whether or not this is gonna be totally crazy or not. I don't really like this section. So this right now we don't need it, but if we were to add minutes, we suddenly would. And interestingly, I wonder if we should just get rid of the S, and they can say they make the S optional for that. We've called it the Mega Man Saves Code System. Horkran, I can understand why you'd cry about that one. That sounds awful. Oh yes, clearly, Wheatlol, a cry of joy. Definitely was that. So if we saved this... If we save this as a field... this would be the end vote callback. Then we could potentially get this and mess with it. But expression seems to beg for its own method and class. Yeah, Renee, I agree. We do want to kind of pull that out. So when I paused and was thinking there for a second, I was trying to think of how we would yank that code out. We had an error in the API I mentioned. A value was not being set. We had the property on the object. we sent in, but so TwitchLoft, I don't know if you know this, but for a short period of time there was a TwitchLib bug that we had to report to them. Let me turn on the music. I just realized we have no music playing right now because we were doing a pair programming stream. But anyway, so there was a TwitchLib bug where when you went to join a channel, it wouldn't work because you had to pass it in lowercase. So if you passed in a channel name with any capital letters, it would just fail. So it was pretty good. We got them to fix that. The problem was that they would take the channel name and like add it into the list in lowercase, and then they'd try to find it from their own collection once you'd joined, and then the casing didn't match, so it couldn't find it. So you could not actually join one. It did not give you any good message about it. It just said that channel doesn't exist, and it's like, wait, what? It does. It's in there. You joined it. Okay, so let's just do a method for this. So we're just going to say get seconds. Seconds delay equals get seconds delay. This is going to need a parameter that is the delay arg. We're going to make that a method. So if we get that, then we can come down here and we want to say if... There's got to be a nicer way to write this. Match is a success. If we get to that point, we haven't set it necessarily, so that'll equal default, and then we'll return. So instead, we'll do it like this, and we'll say, don't kill me, anybody. If this out into that, then do this. There we go, much cleaner. Okay, you could do get match int value match with group name parameter, and again, you don't need group. We don't need it yet. We haven't tested the other case, but I do want it in a moment, I think. Actually, I guess what's the... does the group end up if we do this? So, hang on. If I do this... You don't need it ever? Oh, because I guess I'm saying whether or not that value is null each time, so we'd always be using it. Split that into two if statements. Yeah, we could check if the group is null and then we could remove it. So yeah, I guess that works. So if we did this with trying to get this, instead of going to seconds delay, we did and actually I think we would do if either of these are true. No, because then they won't both run. Get seconds delay should return the seconds. No. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll change the name to be a try. Oh, cause Wheatlaw, you're thinking return it and then just see if it's above 0. I guess we could, yeah. We could just do that and just say if it's not, it's going to be 0. Which I guess in this case is the default of that, so. Which at that point we don't really need to check it. Ah, yes, there is a success. Good suggestion there, Will. We could do it that way. So we could do that. You can use a retval and increase the value by seconds, minutes parsed. So we could do plus equals that amount. So if match was successful, let me remove this just to split it because I don't want it to split it a bunch of times. If match was successful, then we could do success would get us seconds, and then we could do the same thing on the next one and do, instead of seconds, we could do minutes, which we don't have yet, but we could easily add. Now we actually want to pull these out, so this would be minutes parsed. $60 times minutes parsed. Oops. An extra n there, so that'd be seconds delay, add. So then if we do that, we would duplicate this. This would be minutes. And this one needs to be optional. So we don't need either group actually at that point. Why the parens down here? Because I like them. You don't need them. It's gonna... So... I like the way it looks. They're unnecessary. Wheatlaw, what don't you like about this approach? So we end up with minutes and seconds. We can do M, we can do S. I'd like to say that you have to have one or the other. We're sort of saying you could do both. Because alternately what we could do is we could do this. We could say you either give us minutes or seconds, and we add it in depending on which one you gave us. So redx.match that. Oh yes, Will, that's the same kind of thing that Wheatlaw sent was one that I think took both. But yeah, this is the concept. Alright, you mean you don't like that that we altered the seconds delay before returning it, Wheatlaw? Oh, that's not bad. This is building up a value. It's like doing a sum. Oh, digits precision. Yeah, no, that would totally work, Will. Yep. Yeah, that would totally work. Yep. At which point we would choose whether or not to apply the times 60 based on whether it was minutes or seconds. Yep. Yeah, so that's the question, Wheatlaw, is do we support that? And if we do, then I need to write it like... Nope, I need to not hit that key. We need to do it like this instead. At which point they specify one or the other. And even though this would, allow us to not match either one, we'd just, come up with 0 seconds if we did that. Yeah, so if we wanted to require it like this, we could. Then they're each optional. I mean, there's a million ways to write these things. That's true, Wheatlaw. There are a million ways and 10 million of them are bad. Alright, so we do get seconds delay, returns back that. So if that value is greater than 0, do that. Otherwise, come down here and say invalid delay. Yeah, ought to work. Which pulls the regex out into the vote end works, doesn't it? It's right here. That's that one, Will. That's vote end right there. If you didn't specify one, we bail right here. So, yep, it's still there. We didn't get rid of that. So, okay, cool. Why do I have a text? Why do I have multiple text messages? Okay, anyway. Nice, Wheatlol. Alright, so... a couple of things I wanted to mention. So as you guys know, we had a guest on the stream today. His name was David. It was a fun stream. I enjoyed having him on here. We look forward to having him back again sometime. I want to make sure that I mention to all of you that Thursday we're going to do another guest stream. We're going to have Guy Royce on here. We're going to do some machine learning stuff. Guy knows his stuff. I do not know my stuff when it comes to machine learning, but luckily Guy does, and that's why we're inviting him on here. Is he will, you know, tell us all the cool stuff that we want to know and see. So hopefully you're all back for that. As many of you know, we stream 4 times a week here on the stream. So Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And if you don't know when we stream, you can ask the bot and it will tell you. In the chat you'll see posted our times in UTC, but if you want to see it where you live, just go ahead and put in a location and the bot will search for it, figure out what time zone it's in, and tell you when that is. If you don't want to ask the bot, you can check down below because we have that information available in the panels here on Twitch. And if you haven't yet and you enjoyed any of the stream today, make sure you go ahead and click that follow button. And if you're watching this on YouTube, click the like button and the subscribe button. And other than that, I want to click a couple of buttons. So I'm going to click this button to start. So first off, Twitchlove, thank you very much for the cheers. And thank you to S&B, Stoolpenner, and I know Katrina and Crimson Green were in here too, so thank you as well for helping to moderate the chat today. And we had all these fine people follow, and Crimson Green for the 8-month resub. So very, very cool. Hopefully you all had a lot of fun. I had fun. We wrote some cool code. I'm usually fairly nice to my guests. I mean, I think David enjoyed being on the stream. I think he's willing to come back. But we'll see. Anyway, awesome. Thank you, everyone. If you haven't yet, before you go, make sure you join our Discord, as it's the best way to chat with me and any of the rest of us here on the stream. If you want to see any of our code, you can find a lot of that out on GitHub. Link again in the chat. If you do want to check out our YouTube channel, I linked that over there in the chat as well. There are also links to all this stuff down below the stream. And... oh, I am going to be scheduling a new Learn to Code episode coming up here soon, but my plan for that, so everybody knows, I'm going to bring on a guest that doesn't know how to code, and I am going to then do, like, teaching code live, so we're going to do that where everyone can follow along, but we're also going to just, you know, have a newbie learning to code on the stream. So, should be a lot of fun. Let me see if is there someone that I was really wanting to host today at the end of the stream? I don't see one of our usual people that I want to host. So, bummer. No one that I'm looking to host right now. So, anyway, I will see everybody later. Make sure you join the Discord if you didn't yet, as there are a lot of us there, and it's really awesome, literally hundreds of us, and chatting about code. So, it's quite fun. Take care. I will see you all tomorrow. So, 21 hours from now. I think you guys can survive. Take care. Happy coding. Enjoy your week.